is not inherited. And I'll go ahead and remove that again. Now we did briefly talk about that universal selector. Let me go back to that another time.
I have no idea what it is, but I think I fell in love with vlogging, y'all. I think I really fell in love with vlogging. It is 9:45 p.m. so to y'all it may be close to the end of the day, but sorry, I be talking dummy fast, but for me this is kind of the beginning of the day. All right, and if you don't know why, it's because I do work night shift. I obviously don't work in a tech field. There's something new that I've actually been doing, and I'm gonna end up showing y'all in this vlog. I don't know if the actual video will be out before this vlog where I do it, so I might be showing y'all for no reason. I absolutely fell in love with vlogging, especially because the fact that now I can record on my laptop and I can end up recording my face through my laptop because I figured out how to do it. Now I don't need to record on this phone, so I feel like I have way more storage now to store up vlogging, and I am deathly in love with it. Even if my day is boring, I'm gonna figure out something to vlog. But let me go and show y'all what I have been doing to teach myself some CSS. So far, I've been doing a couple things to end up teaching myself, and one of them is watching the Free Code Camp CSS tutorial, which I didn't get too far in. As you can see, I actually ended up getting to units and sizes, so I don't know why the video ended up rewinding. But this is personally where I was at. I was learning about the units and sizes, about to get to the box model, which hopefully when I learn about it, I'm going to be able to make a YouTube video on me learning that. But there is something else here, and this is called ChatGPT. And I actually ran into somebody who told me to not necessarily use ChatGPT as much because they can mess certain things up. But I feel like I use it for certain things, which I don't think it would mess me up on, unless some people may think so. But here is basically what ends up happening. So I end up texting them, right? And I end up asking, write another one, right? Write a code basically, and then tell me what to write, but don't tell me exactly what I need to do, but just tell me like what I need to use to get it to do a certain thing. So here they wrote me a code which has class name, class bio, and what they wanted me to do was for the profile card, give it a background, add some padding around the corners, center it, yada yada, and then they do that for everything that was pretty much there, right? So I ended up was like, because there's certain things I don't really know how to do, so I was like, you know, do it like how you wrote this one basically. So then this one was a bit more clearer, which is like use background color, use padding, use border radius. And the more I've been doing it, because normally I make them send me this second, the more I've been doing it, I don't have to really look at this until I get stuck on something. So this is more of like the cheat sheet. But before that, I try to follow this one before really going to the actual things that I need to do. And then I go into Free Code Camp, I clearly type in this code, and I just start going through CSS, trying to do exactly what it wants me to do. And I think so far, it definitely has been helping me, because I was really starting to get nervous about learning CSS, because for a while, you know, I think I've just started really learning it, but it was kind of hard for it to click for me on what I needed to do. And I think because I've been asking ChatGPT to give me code and tell me necessarily how to style it, I think it started to teach me in a way, because instead of them really telling me like, okay, put 20px, do this, do that, yes, it might say, okay, put padding here around the corners, right? I think it teaches me how to do that, because I didn't know border radius is what rounded the corners. You know, there's certain things that I already knew with padding. Also, I didn't know how to put like a shadow in the background, and it had taught me. And I feel like this is way more easier with learning because it's showing me directly what to do with it, but then on top of that, what attributes to add to it that do that, and then necessarily like a little layout of what to write to get it to do a certain thing sometimes. And I feel like, you know, that is very much helpful. I don't think I'm still yet ready to do it on my own completely, to be like, okay, let me make this padding here, then do this. Like, I can't really think of something yet and be like, okay, I'm gonna put this on a paper. I do think this is probably something I need to continue doing, and then continue taking notes from the first tutorial, and then obviously Free Code Camp, because that's also teaching me, which I gotta hop on and do right now. So I will be taking y'all along with me for that one. So this whole entire time, I was so busy on Free Code Camp, just trying to end up, like, you know, kind of going through this to end up getting a certificate, right? Which I do know, and I have heard that certificates aren't that big of a deal when it comes to coding necessarily, or especially with web development. I heard that they really care about what you know, and it's probably best to have a better portfolio and more projects, right? But I always wanted to make sure that I did back it up with a certificate, and I thought Free Code Camp would be a great place, especially too, I heard that some places, like, they really value Free Code Camp as a certificate, and then probably more so a boot camp as well, which was going to be what I wanted to do. But then somebody was just commenting, and literally just commented on a video that I posted about W3 Schools and how W3 Schools has been helping them necessarily like learn HTML and learn CSS and all this crazy stuff here, which I never even knew about anything here. Creating a website server, learning AI, right? They have like a whole bunch of things here. And they were like, you know, I use this whole website to basically learn. It's basically example driven, yada yada. I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty cool, because I basically use either CSS to learn, or when I run into something and I don't understand it, I just look it up on ChatGPT and or on Google. So to have a website that actually teaches you everything, I think is pretty cool. And a lot of people say to come here to actually learn. But the whole time, I didn't know that they had certifications here that I think you can just outright buy, right? Because you do have to buy them. So these are certification exams, and you would have to buy the certification. So for instance, if I clearly, as I'm pursuing this, I want to do front-end development, and I think it only has front-end development. I don't think it has back-end here. But if I want to do front-end development and or a modern web developer, there are certificates there. But then as you can see down here, they even have certifications for HTML, for CSS, for JavaScript, right? And then SQL as well here. I think you could probably break it down for back end, right? Because some people use Java, so you could probably just do the Java one. Obviously, you might want to get the React one. I'm trying to see more, but you know, you could probably break it down to make it a back end, but they don't outright have like a back end or full stack certificate here. So you might want to go to Free Code Camp for that one. But other than that though, like, they have all these exams, and these things are just completely different too. You don't really need to, like, this is for data science, right? They even have a problem solver exam. Granted, you do have to pay for them, and I was looking into it that they don't really, I guess, like with these specific ones, like these obviously are good and they are recognized by careers, but I guess Free Code Camp is more of a higher one that is recognized by careers. I think maybe because you could just take this at home, and I believe it's possible for you to just cheat, and that's probably why they don't really value it as high. Unless they have a camera up here, and if they do use a camera, then maybe that's different. But I was assuming that's probably why they don't really value these ones as high. But I'm like, that's crazy. So this whole time I've been stressing myself out, thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up and get through this so I can end up getting a certificate, of course, while learning. But I can just go over here and just take this whenever I want and get a certificate here as well. And these ones don't even expire, because Free Code Camp actually does expire. I think it expires, or it doesn't necessarily expire, but like when 3 years are up, technically it won't be active. Because I actually heard that it is better and best, like, to really basically it doesn't really matter about certificates. You can still get a career with having a good projects, right, with an S. You know, having a great portfolio, a good resume, and, you know, maybe some certification, but like, it doesn't really matter, is what people say. But I just feel like, personally, for me, if I'm going to end up taking this seriously, which I will, I'm going to make sure I get some certificates under my belt. And I think it would be pretty nice to be able to book a couple of those under my belt, just to necessarily have it. I know some people would probably be like, you know, don't do the HTML one or CSS, JavaScript, right? Like the separate ones, just because it's like, no one, like, they just want to see if you're a front-end developer, right? You don't need to get all three of them, especially if you are going to go for the front-end developer program one. So I can probably see why some people wouldn't necessarily do these three if you can pass the front-end development. But I don't know, for some reason a part of me wants to, you know, wants to do those three on top of the front-end development, but it probably would just honestly be smart just to do that one. I completely forgot that I was vlogging. Very upsetting. Very upsetting. and I made a whole thing of mac and cheese and didn't even record it. This would have been a perfect little cinematic thing going on, and I didn't record it. So today I'm beginning to put into practice, because I ended up waking up before work, and as y'all can see, I don't know if it's because I get so excited to like start programming or something, but I've been waking up early instead of waking up at 3 p.m. So now I'm trying to go on my own, and so far this is what I have written, which ended up getting it to be like this. So far I feel like I'm understanding a bit of what I need to do, but I definitely do need to be able to just continue going, and let me see if I'm understanding what I'm learning, or am I only just doing what ChatGPT tells me to do? Like, do I need direction, or can I do it? And so far, for me to be able to do this, I've never was able to do this before. So I feel like I am basically, like, I'm practically learning at this point. Alright y'all, so I'm taking notes one last time, and then after these notes and doing a bit of free code camp, I know I did a bunch today of studying and stuff like that, and I feel like it's normally because today is me coming from my day off, so I have way more time to, you know, do a bunch of studying that I normally get a lot done on today. But I do want to say that this is, okay, my hair is looking crazy, but I do want to say that this is the end of the video, so I'm going to be closing it, of course. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below if y'all like these vlogs, man. I ended up seeing my first vlog that I actually ended up uploading is almost at 1,000 views. It's at 879. I think the most views I've ever gotten on this channel alone. People really enjoyed and loved that vlog. They left beautiful comments about how they're starting their journey as well. And I'm just so happy that I can probably motivate people to, you know, continue, or to just keep going, or, you know, just to watch the video as you study. I mean, I hope that's what these vlogs and these videos are giving you, in all honesty. I really love to make these videos, man, and I never thought my channel would blow up as much as it is. I just was this month, beginning of this month, was at 87 subscribers, and I started to upload coding videos, and now I am at 200. That is crazy. I was at 87 and now I'm at 204. And it's still growing, you know, and that's just such the beauty of a channel, and it's growing so much more faster than my gaming channel. And I really, if y'all watch the beginning of these videos on this channel, I didn't expect this channel to blow, or to even get that much subscribers in such a short time, or just this much subscribers in general, you know. I thought it was gonna take months after month after month, and this is something that's happening quick, man. So I'm definitely very grateful, man. I hope y'all enjoy the content. I hope y'all continue to come back, subscribe, leave a like, you know, share this video if you know any people who are just beginning, you know, people in your class. I know some people are college students, and you know, y'all, a lot of people, you know, they need inspiration or motivation, you know, to just keep pushing and to keep going and to keep learning. And I think this is just such a beautiful thing that we are that you know, we're able to make, like, this like beautiful community of just support when it comes to beginning developers who are just starting out. I feel like there's not many support, you know. I know that there's like hella channels that do stuff like this, but most of them are already in the career field, so they really probably more like an inspiration. I feel like mine's, because we're doing it together, it can be an inspiration, but I feel like it's more like a motivation, and it's like you're genuinely right next to me and right with me. And I feel like, you know, as beginner developers, we do need to continue to talk to other developers, especially if, and even people who aren't actual developers, right? Like people who are also studying. Like it's best to have these type of people around you with these type of mindsets, because if you have people around you who aren't doing nothing, you're not going to do nothing. And I think it's just beautiful that we have a community here of people who are learning how to code, or, you know, just have a lot of knowledge in stuff like that. And I just think it's very beautiful what everybody does and brings over to this channel, and I'm very thankful and support of the support, man. And it's just amazing, y'all. I'm just so happy, and I didn't think it was gonna happen, that this channel was gonna just end up, you know, getting this much subscribers in such a short time. And, you know, I can just, all I'm doing is recording myself study. Like that's crazy, bro. Like that, it's insane. Or like recording a vlog, and I can't believe that vlog almost got almost 1,000 views. My second one though, on the other hand, it's only at like 22 or 30 right now. I think 30. I think that might just be probably get to 100, maybe even less. But it could have just been the title, to be honest. But it's just still crazy that I have a video that is blowing up, you know. And that channel was growing. This channel is growing faster now than my gaming channel. Like I was at 87 subscribers at the beginning of this month. I know I keep repeating it, but my gaming channel, I just got it to like 300 like 2 weeks ago, or I guess like technically the beginning of this month. And it's insane because how close now this channel is to that one. I'm only 100 subscribers away from 199 technically from my gaming channel views or subscribers, man. And it's so crazy. I just really hope y'all enjoy this journey and continue to stick along, and, you know, invite other people to the journey, man. This is just so fun, and I love the content that I'm creating. It doesn't take, you know, it takes a lot of effort, but it's definitely worth it, especially with, you know, the feedback that I do end up getting and the people that do comment. You know, it's not like my channel's like at 100,000, but it feels like it, you know what I mean? And just having people that you could talk to that, you know, have this type of knowledge, I think it's definitely worth it. So I hope you guys genuinely enjoy these videos, man, and give me some ideas on stuff that y'all would definitely want to see. But I'm also, you know, I'm still learning, so don't give me nothing too crazy. But all right, deuces.